Welcome back to No Longer a Hustle. I'm your host, Cassie. Happy Monday, everyone. I hope you started your week knowing exactly what day it is, because last week I definitely didn't. Let me take you back to Wednesday morning. I woke up fully rested, fully confident, and announced to the room, Happy Thursday, almost the weekend. I even asked Alexa to confirm the weather for Thursday. And Alexa, in her cold, robotic voice, humbled me immediately. She said, "It is Wednesday, December 10th. Damn it. The confidence was unearned. You guys, the confidence was a lie. It wasn't Thursday. It was Wednesday, which meant it was Infusion Day. And that moment set the tone for the entire rest of the week. So, if you feel like your brain is writing checks your body can't cash, this episode is for you. We are looking back at a week where I was smart enough to know what was wrong, but too tired to fix it. We're talking about the test scores, grumpy husbands, and the time I ate a crab rangoon that betrayed me. Let's get into it. So, I was going through some test results from my neurologist. I actually am going to have to find a new neurologist because I'm switching my insurance. So, as I'm gathering up, trying to get some records together, I happened to come across some test results. And honestly, they explain everything about why I feel like I'm losing my mind. I took a cognitive test called the MOCA. I'm not sure what that stands for, but my score is 25 out of 30. That is normal-ish, right there, borderline. It basically says, hey, Cassie's brain is still there. She's smart. She can write curriculum. She can podcast. But then there's a functional score. This means how well you can actually do life, managing money, cooking, organizing, getting to places. My score was a 12. For context, a 12 means I need help. A 12 means I'm struggling to function independently. This is the invisible struggle right here. My brain, the 25, is saying, get up, do the dishes, call the insurance company. But my body, the 12, is saying, absolutely not. We are closed for business. It's validating, but it's also frustrating at the same time. I found myself in the doctor's office last week mixing up words. I went to see a rheumatologist, and I kept saying neuropathy when I meant to say spasticity, which that's not even how you say it. I meant to say spasticity, muscle spasticity. I still am not saying it correctly. But neuropathy is the zaps, the burning you get from the nerves, while spasticity is the tightness, the cement legs. See, that's what I have all of the time. And I do have neuropathy as well, too. But I forgot to talk about that cement leg issue, that rubber band tight feeling that I get in my hips and my thighs, across my abdomen. I know the difference between the two. I'm an educator. I actually taught the difference back in the day. But in that room, with being in pain and all those questions, my brain just went blank. So here's my tip for next time and for you. Write it down. That's what I must always do. I can't go into these doctors without making sure I don't have these things written down. I can't trust my brain in the doctor's office anymore. I have to make cheat sheets. I have to keep my notebook with me so I can say, here are the 3 things that are bothering me, or here are the things that are bothering me, and give it to them, because I might not even be able to say them correctly. And this is real. And it's not just me. I wish it was just me. My husband is currently dealing with his own brain fog and vertigo. So picture this. You have me mixing up words and tripping over my cane. And you have him, dizzy and grumpy. We are literally the house of fog. We are just 2 dizzy people trying to run a household and not bump into the furniture. And the universe sees this weakness and decides to test us. We're trying to get Eduardo into his PHP program. I call the insurance and they say, yes, we provide the transportation. Great. I call back to schedule it and it's no, actually. You have to apply through a different pathway. I call that number and I find out, no, it's a different pathway. I contact that number and it's like, nope, it's another pathway and that takes 30 days. Can somebody just tell me what this process is so that way I don't get frustrated? I already had explained to the program that yes, transportation should not be an issue because it's provided. Oh, great. Now I have to turn back around and say transportation is an issue. I don't know how much longer I can transport him. I mean, let's be real. I already have a full morning in making sure that I have one child up and transported in the morning, one child up and at the bus. Now I've got the 3rd child up and I'm going to have to transport. But that's not the biggest thing. The biggest thing is the pickup of the other child during the pickup of multiple children at one time, all at the same time, during my working hours. So, being very, very frustrated with not having that one person to tell me the truth when you're in a functional score of 12, spending all that extra time on the phone chasing the answers is beyond annoying, which is physically painful. That's energy I don't have that I needed to have for life. And don't even get me started on the school bus incident last week. I dropped Selma off at our time at 5:55 a.m. and the bus didn't show up till 7:02. Selma stood out there over an hour and waited. I left and even came back to see if everything was okay, to see if Selma wanted a ride, but she didn't. You know, we did our part, we get up, and the district doesn't do theirs. But I'm learning. The old Cassie, the hustle Cassie. I would have powered through the rage. I would have driven aggressively and crashed when I got home. See, on Friday, I was picking up the kids. I had Selma, I had Eduardo, and suddenly my body said stop. The battery hit 0%. And guess what? I pulled over. I parked the car. I closed my eyes and I napped for 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes. And that little cat nap gave me the one spoon I needed to drive the last few miles safely. That is the win for the week. I listened to the 12 score instead of trying to force the 25 brain. However, I didn't listen to my body entirely. Because of the infusion irritability, I made a choice, a delicious, terrible choice. I ate fried Chinese chicken and crab rangoons for lunch on Thursday. You guys, in that moment, they tasted like candy. They tasted like joy. 2 hours later, 2 hours later, they tasted like regret. My body went into full revolt. So, this is the official announcement. I'm breaking up with gluten. I can't do it anymore. The rangoons are not worth the flare up. I need help. If you have gluten-free recipes that does not taste like cardboard or sadness, please send it to me. I am desperate. So that's where we are. My score is a 12. The bus is late. My husband is dizzy, but I pulled over and took a nap, and we made it home safely. If you are fighting the system this week or fighting your own body, hang in there. Pull over if you need to, and maybe skip rangoons. I'll see you next week. Remember, we are stronger together. I'm Cassie, and this is No Longer a Hustle.